Hi, I'm Tommy.
I'm Nick.
And we're finally back with the Summer Movie Smackdown Finale. It's been a very long week. Or
Month.
Very long month. Lots of things have been going on, so we've been busy. And we're ready to get this over with.
Right. I'm ready for... let's move on.
Summer's coming to an end. We have some ideas for August and fall.
That aren't as ambitious and time-consuming. And
Yes, but it'll still be fun.
so stick around for that. But we have 8 more movies.
Yes.
And a winner to declare.
Yes.
So we're gonna do things a little differently. We're gonna try to go a little faster and...
Basically like a speed round. And then at the end of this video, we're gonna rank our top 8 movies and figure out which one wins.
The remaining ones.
Yeah. First up is Jess and Moss versus The Perfume of the Lady in Black.
Jess and Moss is from 2011 and is directed by Clay Jeter. And it follows Jess, who is 18 and played by Sarah Hagen from Freaks and Geeks. And Moss, who's 12 and is played by Austin Vickers. They are cousins. And they're just hanging out in rural Kentucky over the summer. You know, very loose plot. Kind of all atmosphere and all...
imagery. Yeah, it was very beautiful. It felt empty a lot of the times, which was the point. But sometimes it was just hard to connect with that and have a good grounding with these characters. So that was like my main problem with it. But it was beautiful, and there was some interesting editing and choices that were made.
It was okay. It was okay. I liked the setting.
Yeah, the setting was the best part.
It was real. It was real.
Yeah.
It felt
like,
familiar.
It was like rural, like rundown kind of, which...
abandoned churches.
Yeah.
You know,
and I grew up around
places
like that, so it was nice. But yeah, it felt very personal, and it was an interesting watch. I wouldn't say I enjoyed it too much, but it was good enough.
It does a good job of like exploring some repressing of emotions and abandonment.
Yeah.
You know, nothing groundbreaking. It's not gonna change the world, okay?
No.
But, you know.
It does go to a place.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad. I would like to see more from the director because I think it's a good start. But
yeah.
This is the only thing they've directed.
So far.
It's been, 15, 20.
Well, something could happen.
It's been a long time. So.
But what would you give it?
3.
Yeah, I would give it 2.5. Next up is The Perfume of the Lady in Black. This is from 1974, directed by Francesco Barilli. And this follows an industrial scientist who is troubled by some mental ailments. And it kind of just follows her descent into madness and all the characters around her, like what's going on. Because there's something deeper going on. It's a giallo, so it's creepy and it has its,
bright colors.
Oh yeah, it's very bright and lively. The sets are really nice, and the costuming is really nice. She wears a bell-bottom pantsuit at one part.
She's got she's very Naomi Watts. She's got a little Naomi Watts meets Mary Roach Guilbeaux, sort of.
Who's that? Who's Mary Roach Guilbeaux?
Are you being serious or are you just saying that?
No, I can't think of...
8.
8? Huh?
8.
8?
The American Idol girl. 8.
Oh. Well, yes.
How many movies do we have to review today?
8.
8.
There's Perfume. There was a Lady in Black.
Yeah, there's like ghost imagery throughout.
Taxidermy. There's like a rainforest cafe. I don't remember this movie.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. And, it's a little throwaway. I wasn't gagging.
I remember I liked it okay enough. But I have since forgot about it, which is not a good sign.
Yeah.
And it's like, we've seen movies that are with the same premise that are better done.
Like Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, and there's a couple other. Like, the ending is like a big shocker moment, but like, it didn't have like the impact that it thought it would on me.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, it was fine. It was slow.
It was fine, yeah. So, what would you give it?
2.5? I don't know.
Okay.
Incomplete. No rating. I don't remember.
I would give it 3. I remember my feeling about it enough.
Okay, so, starting off with two movies that we're not very strong about.
So who are we going to eliminate?
I think we have to eliminate Perfume of the Lady in Black, since we don't remember it. But wait! They're both gone. Let's just move on. They're both gone. There are much better movies coming. And let's just move on.
Let's keep it.
We got things to do. Let's keep it classy.
Are you just saying that to get on my nerves, or are you totally serious? Because something tells me that I think you're saying it to annoy me.
Next is A Summer's Tale versus The Comfort of Strangers. A Summer's Tale is from 1996, directed by Eric Rohmer. It is about this guy who just graduated college and is about to start his first job. So he's on vacation. He's having some girl trouble and some internal troubles. And so we just follow, it's kind of set up, sort of, the three acts would be the three different girls. One of them is Margot, who is played by Amanda Langlet, who's in Pauline at the Beach and is amazing. Okay. And she's like the biggest through line throughout, so she shows up throughout.
Yeah, she does.
It explores his treatment of women. He's kind of an asshole, but at the end of the day, he's still very likable.
Yeah, well, I want to say likable, but he's understandable.
Yeah.
I thought this was really good. I liked all of the different dynamics between each relationship.
And it was all interesting.
Yeah, and he was an interesting character. He wasn't one note. None of them were one note.
No, I really liked the way that the girls, before we meet them, were led to believe they're one way based on his expectations, and then they sort of completely divert that.
Yeah.
Especially the last girl, who is like this girl, he really wants to be his girlfriend, but she's doesn't want to seem like that, and then you're led to believe like, oh, she's just leading him on, but really he's like, she doesn't want to be with him, and I don't know. That was a gag. I was surprised by that. It looks amazing. You get the full summer vibes, Rohmer summer. We've all said it. We've all been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, or wish to be there.
Yeah, this is my first Rohmer, and I will say it was very beautiful, very well framed, gorgeous colors, all of
dialogue.
That.
I mean, come on now.
Oh yeah.
There's an aspect of he's a musician and he likes music, and it has good ideas about how he wants music to be a big part of his life without having to commercialize on it. I feel like I talked about this before in another movie.
Maybe. It's a through line for some movies, I'm sure.
Yes, but it was done really, really well in this.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was one of the best parts. Yeah.
So just a really smart, beautiful, engaging, summery tale about relationships and friendships and putting yourself first. Always important.
Yes.
It's better than, it's not preachy,
No, and speaking up and not leading people on.
Yes.
And, being a bad person.
Yeah. And be nice to the girls.
True.
And if they don't want to hold your hand, they don't want to hold your hand. Okay? I would give this a 4.
I agree. I would give this 4 stars. Okay, next we have The Comfort of Strangers, directed by Paul Schrader. This follows 2 characters who are married, played by Rupert Everett and Natasha Richardson. And they go to Italy. And they end up being followed by this older man who keeps inviting them to his house, played by Christopher Walken. And he has a wife, played by Helen Mirren. And this couple is very weird and has ulterior motives to why they are bringing this couple over.
This was a weird-ass movie.
Yeah, this was really weird.
In a good way.
I mean, it was a little all over the place at times. It kind of juggled a lot of ideas. And it didn't, always stick the landing, but it was interesting throughout. I
thought it was paced really well.
Yes.
And it does a good job of sort of leaving these little clues about what's going on without giving too much away. So I was always like, oh, this is weird. I want to know more. It's
a very watchable movie.
Helen Mirren was real wacky, and I loved her in this.
Yeah, true.
She's got her bob.
We love a bob.
But I liked how... It talks about like how far people go to like appease total strangers and not seem rude.
Y'all should leave.
Yeah, y'all should leave. But you don't want to be rude. It's like, I'd probably do that too.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I would.
Well, because it's just.
But
it's interesting how afraid people, myself included, are of being perceived as rude.
Yes.
Even when you're in a dangerous situation.
Yes, I agree.
interesting ideas. You know, delves into like sex and fetishization. Christopher Walken is like a meninist.
Yes. And so there's a through line of like the feminist movement.
Yeah, there's some weird very strong daddy issue things going on here. It was directed really well. It's sort of cool camera angles, especially like in this really big apartment. It's shot in a way that's really spooky and weird.
It's like sprawling. It's huge. Yeah.
And there's some cool stuff in the alleys where you're like, whoa, where am I?
Yeah.
Italian. It was pretty. It was also really pretty.
It was very pretty. Good lighting.
Very summertime. You know, the movie.
Yes.
They're in that big open courtyard.
Well, summertime, but like suspenseful.
No, but I liked it. You know, intense and cool and interesting. And,
yeah, I did too.
You know, my mind was a little stimulated.
I think I liked the lead up. I think the ending is a little crunchy. It doesn't come out of nowhere, but it's just like, oh, okay.
I like Natasha Richardson. She's always just very likable. Her hair, very beautiful.
Yeah.
Her, Helen Mirren. Christopher Walken was really good. Weird, creepy. Rupert Everett was there. I would give it 3.5.
I would give it 3.
So, of these two, the winner is...
The winner is A Summer's Tale for me.
Yeah, same.
Okay, good.
Hello. 7 days. Mother, hello.
You're gonna die in 7 days.
Yes, lovely.
Next up, we have Smooth Talk versus Accident.
Smooth Talk is directed by Joyce Chopra and is from 1985. It stars Laura Dern as a teenage girl in the Californian suburbs, and she's just hanging out with her friends. She's coming of age.
Yes.
And then an older man arrives at her house. Laura Dern, amazing.
Gorgeous.
Love her.
Yes.
Is amazing in this.
I think this movie does a really good job of just like portraying a teenage 80s girl growing up in this era and you know, wanting to do things on her own and having like a rebellious streak.
But it transcends just like the 80s.
Yes.
It would resonate today too. Just like girlhood, you know, tumultuous, and you can't win with anyone.
No.
Like, you know, her mom's really tough on her. Her sister.
The family was doing too much.
And then also just like men are really freaks towards teenage girls, and it's really gross.
Yeah.
And it keeps it real.
It does. Yeah. Which I wasn't expecting, to be honest. This movie, if you just look at the poster, like it looks like, it's like a romance type 80s movie. I don't know, but when we were watching it, I was like surprised by just the way that it went and how it was organized together, and I was like, my expectations were like exceeded.
Yeah, there's a major tone shift in this that really works. I mean, I guess it's not really major, but the first bit is more light and like her and her friends, they're like sneaking out,
going shopping, going to bars,
meet me behind the mall.
Yeah. So it's like it's got like
it's
teenage...
like a coming of age sort of.
Yeah.
And then this older man arrives and it gets real tense. And they both work really well. Yeah.
Very uncomfortable.
I felt really scared for her. He was like terrorizing her.
Yeah, literally.
This also does a really good job of like showing sort of enforcing like conservatism, not really the political stance, but sort of like trying to shield young people from exploring anything, just pushes them into it more in a way.
Yes. To
the point where like she's in the situation and now she can't even talk to her family about it because she's scared that she's going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So it does a good job of showing that.
Yeah, I agree.
I really liked it. I would give it 3.5.
Yeah, I'll give it 3. Next up is Accident. This is directed by Joseph Losey. And at the beginning of the movie, there's an accident. And then we follow... There's 2 characters in the car of the accident, and they get in a wreck in front of the main character's house, who is a professor. And the professor comes out, and then it kind of flashbacks, and it follows these characters' relationship, and some other characters come along, and it's all kind of about... Dirk. Yes, it's like, why are they in the car together? Why did they wreck right in front of his house? This house is in the middle of nowhere. And
so it's so rich.
And so it all unravels and it peels back some layers of the dynamics between all of these people.
Yes.
And what's actually going on and happening. So I thought this was a quiet movie.
It was quiet.
It's, you know, it starts off with a big bang and then it's like, it has this weird like peacefulness to it as we go along, and it's kind of slow and like melodic.
Mm-hmm.
It's really gorgeous. The girl
Jacqueline
Sassard, who is Anna in the movie, she doesn't talk until like 40 minutes into this movie. And when she does talk, her lines are horrible.
Yeah.
They're really horrible, and her character is like, I don't know who wrote her, but it's not good. And then there's another guy who kind of comes in, and I guess we should say Dirk is attracted to this girl Anna.
A girl, yeah. We were all shocked.
And you know, he's much older than her, and so it kind of deals with that. And Anna has this other guy who's attracted to her.
Also gay.
Also, yes. And then there's another guy
Straight.
who's also attracted to her.
Yeah.
And so it kind of just follows all of them lusting for this girl and how they're acting between each other, blah, blah, blah. That was like really convoluted and whatever. But
Okay, it's, you know, Dirk is a professor. He's having a midlife crisis. Wants this girl. There's a car crash. There's these two other people. Who's gay? I thought that was going to be a thing. None of them. That's the gag. I was pretty ambivalent towards all this. It's kind of drab. I don't know. I was tired. I was pretty bored. I didn't really care.
Well, I like this director. He's directed one of my favorite movies, The Servant, so I was expecting a lot.
Right.
And so I was just disappointed about how everything came together at the end. And I wasn't really moved by anything that I saw. But
I wasn't gagging.
it was a good...
Not summary at all.
A good movie, I guess. It just didn't do much for me.
It was well made. It looked good, you know, but I don't care.
Yep. So what would you give it?
2.5.
I'd still give it 3, but it's nothing to call home for.
Alright, Smooth Talk versus Accident. I'm definitely going Smooth Talk, but you gave them both 3 stars, so.
I'll go with Smooth Talk.
With ease.
Yeah, it's better.
We made it to our final matchup,
Oh, wow.
and we have Sorcerer versus Tank Girl. Starting with Sorcerer.
Yes.
From 1977, directed by William Friedkin. Rest in peace. This is about a group of men who are sort of in hiding in this small, like, South American village, working on an, like, oil rig situation. And they have to, in order to get citizenship in this town and not be sent back to these other places where they're trying to be killed,
Yes.
they have to transport anthrax or something like that.
Sure.
I don't know. It's something like that. Like any movement, it like blows up, and they have to transport it in these trucks across the country. This thrilling ass movie. I was about to shit myself.
It's like an all-timer of a movie.
Yeah, but no, super thrilling. Looked amazing. Like it's like raining a lot, and you know, you really get yeah.
It's like hot, sweaty. Like everyone's sweaty. Everyone's like anxious and like.
Oh yeah.
It's just like
it gets you right in the story. You figure out the stakes, everything.
Oh yeah, because it starts and it's like this character, this character.
They want to kill you.
And then you know they're all shipped up to South America, and then they're all there at this oil rig, and then oh shit, we gotta move all this stuff to wherever they're going to get citizenship, blah blah blah, and it all moves really fast, and it's engaging, it's fun, it's thrilling, suspenseful.
It's like gory
and gritty.
It's raw, bloody. All the words, all the adjectives, it's all the visual. I mean, the visuals is really.
Oh yeah, it's just things that you're gonna remember.
It's full, like very decadent, full of things to enjoy.
Like the bridge scene, like I'm gonna remember that scene for the rest of my life.
And then the next bridge scene.
Yeah.
You get 2 in a row. I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
we're doing this again.
It's a lot.
And then it's edited great. And the score is great, really gets you on the edge. Like, there's 2 bridge scenes, the big tree scene.
Like, we need...
When they have to drop, like, oh!
Oh yeah, that one is good. But if... We just need to see this on, like, the big screen.
Oh yeah.
Because it would just enhance everything, and...
that would be a gag.
It would be a gag.
I would move it way up. Oh, and then there's like these really... Near the end, Roy Scheider is in this. He's like the lead.
Yeah.
He gets like delusional and
it's
weird
crazy.
nighttime. Kind of like Road Games.
No.
I loved it.
I don't have a negative critique.
Right? All the good adjectives, all the
Yeah.
good, it's just well made. What would you give it?
I would give it 4 stars. That's just because I don't give high ratings out often. But if I rewatch it, it's gonna go up.
Or go down.
It's not gonna go down.
I would also give it 4 stars.
Yeah.
I would like a little more character stuff thrown in there. But I mean, that's not like...
Not a character-driven movie, really.
Right. And it's not like a flaw. It's just...
Yeah. Last up, we have Tank Girl. This is from 1995, directed by Rachel Talalay. And this stars Lori Petty. So this is based on a comic book. It's kind of like a Mad Max Fury Road situation where it's in the future and there's no water, and the people who own the water are like rich and like high up, and like they're like a society or something.
They run the world.
Yes, so it's very stylistic and fast moving and annoying and cloying and
definitely that.
A whole bunch of things. I did not like this movie.
No, cloying is the perfect word.
There was just some baffling things happening on screen, and it felt like vomit. There was like comic strip transitions that were really annoying.
Yes. I hate that.
Lori Petty? Lori Petty.
She's got an accent.
Lori Petty's voice.
Security signature.
My mom and your mom were hanging out close.
No. It's like really annoying and like obnoxious.
Yeah. She's serving a little bit though. Like her look, like, okay, I'm feeling it.
I see where it was going, but the execution just...
Maybe more for a music video.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, we get not 1, but 2 Bjork needle drops. And then this weird Portishead needle drop when she's taking a shower.
And
Naomi Watts is in this.
Yeah, Naomi Watts is in this. The needle drops are just like, obviously the director, whoever liked this song, just threw it in there.
Well, it sort of fits, the Bjork fits the vibe. Portishead was just like, okay.
I don't think they fit the vibe. Well, maybe like in the movie, but like, they were just thrown in like scenes where like it didn't need that. Like Army of Me.
Well,
that scene was stupid.
I don't remember how it was used, but...
I don't either, really, but it was stupid.
I mean, that was the best part of the movie, was being...
Surprised by that? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Naomi Watts is in this. There are these weird, like, dog kangaroo people.
Yeah.
One of them was played by Ice Cube. It's like all these weird things where you think like, oh, this is like weird and interesting way, but it was like, no, it's just annoying as hell.
Well, it doesn't come together. Too many things going on.
Wanted it to end.
Yeah,
bad movies don't usually go
as soon as the kangaroo people came, I was like, I want this to wrap up.
I wanted to.
Well, before then,
much quicker.
But like when that happened, I was like, wow, I'm really like shutting down. Like this is not fun.
The music number was the best part.
No, it was awful.
What were they singing?
I don't remember.
I don't know, but it was like I don't know. It reminded me of the Apple.
I haven't seen that.
No, I was not feeling this. I was done. I was ready to call it a day. It had been a long day, and I did not want to watch this.
I agree.
It sucked. It sucked.
Yeah.
And so, I would give it 1.5 stars.
I agree. Case closed, 1.5 stars.
And Sorcerer moves forward.
Sorcerer easily takes it.
Okay.
So we have a top 3.
And we have to boot one of them.
We have to boot one of them for the top 2 of the round. So we have
A Summer's Tale. Smooth Talk.
Yes.
And Sorcerer. All these S's.
Well, I know which one I can boot out.
Yeah. Although I do really like it.
I do too. But just the other 2 movies are a little bit better.
Yeah. So, Smooth Talk is out.
Yes, I agree. So, now we're gonna rank the top 2 movies from each round. And then we're going to compare our list and we're going to decide a winner. And that'll be the movie of the summer.
All right. We have gone back and ranked the 8 movies that are remaining. As a reminder, here are the top 2 from all 4 rounds. Round 1, it was Paris, Texas, and Swept Away.
Round 2 was A Snake of June and Rhapsody in August.
Round 3 was Girl with Green Eyes and Hot Saturday.
And round 4 was A Summer's Tale and Sorcerer.
Oh, round 4 is kind of the best round. Hold on.
So now we're going to go through, starting with 8.
Yes, we're going to reveal our least favorite of the 8. Any snubs from the top 8? I have a couple.
Yeah, the
Last Summer.
Summer Interlude.
Summer Interlude. Those are the main 2.
I think those are the main 2.
Yeah. It's sad.
But they were just in like weird.
Yeah, the way it was set up.
It was.
So our number 8, my number 8, is A Snake of June.
My number 8 is A Snake of June as well. So, you know.
It was good, you know.
Yeah, it was good. It was just, it was one of those weird ones that just kind of got through.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, it was interesting, but.
It was good. It was just bottom.
All right, what's your number 7?
Oh. My number 7 is Hot Saturday. Still loved it.
Not me acting gay.
Still loved it, but you know, that's good. Number 7 out of all those movies.
Yeah. Yeah, my number 7 is Swept Away.
Okay.
Which, you know, I think Last Summer should be in this position, but you know, you love Swept Away.
Swept Away is great. It's a great movie.
I just didn't love it as much. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. So my number 6 is Hot Saturday, which is just
Okay.
really, really lovely. But against, you know, these big hitters, it sort of falls near the bottom of these 8.
Yeah, that's what my mind was saying too. My number 6 is Paris, Texas.
Oh.
Just because I think some of these other ones hit more for me.
Mm-hmm.
I still like that movie, and it had a little bit of like Christmas lights going on in some scenes.
Oh.
So, you know, I'm putting
God
that.
forbid a movie has Christmas lights in it.
I'm putting that in there too because this is, you know, supposed to be summer.
All right, Paris, Texas. I do not have at 6.
Okay.
My number 5, however, is Rhapsody in August, which is great. I loved it.
Yeah, it's great. My 5 is A Summer's Tale.
Oh, okay. These, my 5 through 3, well, actually my 5 through 2, kind of, were really hard to sort of sort. I love all these movies.
Yeah, I agree.
From 6 up, I love them all.
My number 4 is Sorcerer.
That's also my number 4.
Okay.
So we matched on 1. Or 2.
Okay. Yeah, 2. Yeah, we just talked about it.
We just talked
It's a
about
great
it,
movie.
so, you know, loved it.
Mm-hmm.
My number 3 is A Summer's Tale.
Okay, I see that.
Which is and it is super summer.
True.
And lovely, and you know, we also just talked about it.
My number 3 is Rhapsody in August. That movie just stuck with me for, I think, the longest time out of all the movies that we've watched.
It helps that we watched that right before we watched
Oppenheimer.
Which is really...
It's really, like, sunken in. Because like, Oppenheimer was a good, like, opposite kind of viewing type thing.
So my number 2 is Paris, Texas. Which I loved. You can go back and watch our first video. It's probably a little
crunchy. That's okay.
They're all crunchy.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're getting there. Yeah, it has stuck with me. This was the first movie we watched?
Is it the Star Booty or this?
Yeah. It was one of the first ones, and it has stuck with me a long time.
My number 2 is Swept Away. For, you know, I just like that movie. I know you
can go back and watch the video.
I know you don't, but it is what it is. It's very summer. It's very, you know.
And it looks like we have the same number 1.
It does.
Which makes this very easy.
Yeah, so the movie of the summer, what is it?
Girl with
green eyes.
Boom, confetti. Yeah, the confetti machine didn't really make it in the budget.
No. But yeah, this is an amazing movie. It's just a wonderful watch.
Literally.
It's great, a great watch in the summer. I love Rita Tushingham.
Desmond Davis. He's one to watch.
He is one to watch. Amazing script, amazing movie.
Great characters. Peter Finch is amazing. You know, we talked about this.
Yeah, we
Go
did.
back and watch the video. Highly recommend Girl with Green Eyes.
Yeah, there's like an 8-minute discussion of Girl with Green Eyes.
We get into it.
Probably one of our better discussions. So yeah.
Letterboxd, get a header on that damn page.
Please.
I like to make it in my little favorite film section.
I agree.
So get on it.
Get on it.
All right. So we did it.
That's it. It's been a long time coming. This was very grueling and hard to put together.
Yes, especially near the end.
But I'm glad we made it. I'm glad we did it. And
It was fun. Fun little experiment. Now we know
to not be as ambitious.
Yeah.
Dial it back.
Dial it back, 32.
Maybe 16 movies.
Yeah. Maybe we'll switch it up a little bit.
We'll switch things up. We've got some ideas coming, so.
Yeah. My favorite season is autumn and Halloween, which is coming. We got ideas, yeah. We got ideas.
We do.
So, stay tuned for all of that.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and please let us know what your favorite summer movie watch was this summer.
And our full rankings of all 32 movies will be in the description if you care about that.
Yes. All right, so bye.
Bye.